Hi everyone, my name is Wawa and I'm back with more Nation Wars King of the Sea tournament. This is the series between Team Philippines and Team Indonesia, and it is gonna be match number 3, game number 1 between weechoochoo here spawning as the blue Terran, and he is going up against Kottbullar. Kottbullar, his name, as a purple Zerg. Now this game is gonna be played at the Steps of War. Now this is actually a pretty common map, especially for everyone, I guess, because everyone who ladders always plays on this map. As I have said, and now we have seen this a couple of times already in the series, as we are gonna see a Zerg versus Terran matchup. As this is not actually favoring the Zerg, I am pretty sure, because Zerg actually can go for a Spix spool here, and it could really be very effective. And he is not doing that right now, as we are seeing right now. But cheeses are allowed, especially if you're a Zerg. Cheeses in this map are allowed, because if you don't cheese, you're dead, because the herons are just OP here in this map shop also, as rushing distances are really close indeed, and every push that Terran does is very damaging indeed. Now this is match number 3, and the first two matches was won by Team Philippines. Awesome games, very nice matchups actually, and I was very enjoyed when I casted the game match number 1 between Dream Spirit and Kenjiro, and then match number 2 was between Def and Edward. There you go, Edward. I'm not sure about that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name so many times, but he did lose though 0-2 to Def, which made me very happy, because Def is representing Team Philippines and Edward is representing Team Indonesia, and I'm Filipino, so I'm kind of biased. But it was pretty. It was actually a pretty good game for those two matches that they played. The second game, we saw that Def did go for a Void Ray push, which I really hate, and I really hate that. I mean to say, I really hate that. But you have to live, and you have to go through everything just in order to win anything at all. As we are seeing, Richuchu is actually representing Team Philippines, and we are seeing Kottbullar is gonna be representing Team Indonesia. So Kottbullar, this is a must-win for him right now, or this series is a must-win for him right now. He needs to win 2 games over Wichuchu in order for Indonesia to stay alive in this series. As if Wichuchu wants 2 games over Kottbullar, it is gonna be over for Indonesia, and the Philippines is gonna win 3 points in the stage ladders, and that's gonna be just awesome, as those are gonna be the first 3 points for Team Philippines. We are seeing a wall off here for Wichucho. This is actually a pretty good wall off, as there are 2 supply depots and a factory in front, so that's gonna prevent any baneling buzz happening. But we do see a tech lab right now for Wichuchu, so that's gonna be the softest point in this wall off. But there are 2 marines actually to defend that off. Chen is not actually looking bad right now, as we are seeing 2 zerglings right now for cut bowler and a queen. So very basic openings right now. These are openings that actually prevent Terrans from doing those Reaper harassments, as it is not actually necessary anymore, because we rarely see any more Terrans that does the harassment with those Reapers. But it is still pretty good, and a lot of people have been saying that instead of nerfing Terrans all the time, why don't we just get rid of those Zerglings or those Reapers, so those nerfings just end, you know? And we are seeing, let's look at the protection tab real quick. We are seeing 6 roaches right now for our Zerg player, and this is actually a pretty aggressive opening right now for our Zerg players, as he is making 6 roaches, excuse me. So that means he is gonna go for some push here right now, but I don't think it is gonna be effective, as we do have 2 Hellions right now on the field, or actually 1, and reactor is being built over here by Wichuchu. So if this push fails, and I'm pretty sure it does, it is gonna be not looking good for for our Zerg player, as we do have a very thick wall off right here, and those supply depots isn't really easy to break off. And here we go, these Zerglings are just gonna try to see what's up there, or maybe not, as we are, this is actually a complete all-in right now. We are not seeing any pro production right now, or drone production right now for our Zerg player, and he's gonna focus fire on this supply depot, and the supply depot is indeed gonna go down. Good job by Kottbullar here, pushing in with 6 roaches. These 6 roaches are gonna do a lot of damage to these buildings, and here we go, SCV is gonna come into the play, and gonna be the tank to block up all those units, and the Hellions and those Marines are gonna do tons of damage to these roaches. Couple of roaches, and here we go. SCV is gonna block the way, gonna prevent them to reaching all those Hellions, and they're gonna finally be reaching those Hellions. And here we go. A Marauder finally out on the field, as we are seeing more Marines gonna be producing, as we are gonna be pushing. We're seeing that Kottbullar is gonna be forced to push back out, and this is not actually looking good again for our Indonesian player, but it is indeed a successful push for an Indonesian player, but he is not making any more drones right now. Let's look at the unit tab right now. We have 26 drones over 17, so not looking bad actually for Kottbullar, as SCV count for weechoochoo is actually terrible, as he did lose or I mean a lot. He did lose a lot to that defense over Kottbullar, as that wall did get focus fired on by those roaches, and those roaches does a lot of damage to that supply depot. So this is again a complete wall off right here, and we are seeing two double Hellions now coming right up for weechoochoo, and I'm not sure about this because Hellions are really weak against all of those roaches, but we are seeing more Zerglings right now on the field for Kottbullar here, and he is gonna take up 2 layer right now, and he might go for some roach speed, and that is gonna be really good for him, as we are seeing that early aggression against weechoochoo or against a Terran player is actually pretty good, especially if you have roaches. So I'm not sure about that, but it turned out pretty good for Kottbullar, as he did successfully manage to secure that expansion right there. But here we go, we are seeing a doomsday push right here for weechoochoo. This push is actually very strong, especially the majority of Kottbullar's units are just Zerglings and only 3 roaches right now on the field. So this is actually a very devastating push. If this indeed successful, we are not seeing any units being made at all. We are seeing 4 more roaches right now. Let's look at the production tab right now. We are seeing 6 roaches, and the baiting nest is going to be made. And here we go. This push, roaches are going to try to focus fire on those Hellions. Hellions are going to try to go for a surround, or Zerglings are going to surround for those Hellions. And those Zerglings are just going to burn. And one roach is going to come out and not going to really do a lot, and that really quickly dies over those roaches or those marauders. 4 more roaches are gonna come out, and they're just gonna burn again, and just gonna get stunned by those marauders and Hellion combination. This is looking good right now for weechoochoo. Good comeback push by weechoochoo, very effective indeed, as he is gonna be successfully taking out this expansion over here by Kottbullar. So natural expansion is gonna go down, and we are seeing a very ending push right now, as we are seeing more units production, more warrior unit production for our player Kottbullar, as he has making 3 roaches and 8 more Zerglings, as it is not looking good right now for our Zerg player. Here we go. These marauders and Hellion combination is gonna push in right now, and it is not looking good, I have to say again. Those Hellions are just driving around, kind of try to go for a surround, but it is gonna be failure. And here we go. This marauders is just too much for those roaches, as in this gonna be GG already for our Kottbullar player. Good job by weechoochoo getting a lot of those marauders, and he did know, or Kottbullar did expose himself to that, because he did show his hand very early, as he did not continue his early harassment and just did a lot of damage early on, and did not continue, as weechoochoo knows that there is roaches on the field and he has a roach warren. So he did do the right thing and made the right counter to those units, which is a marauder. So yeah, good job right here for weechoochoo, and I don't think Kottbullar has anything to do or anything to say about this right now. But here we go, all drones are gonna try to go around, and good job right here, stimming up weechoochoo, doing a lot of damage already, and he's gonna try to take out all of these drones. These drones are gonna try to go for surround. A lot of drones right now. Good job actually on drone production by our Zerg player, as he did take out a lot of these marauders. And here we go, stimming up one more time. This marauder only has 11 life left. This other one has only 3, so those 2 are gonna go down very quickly. But more marauders are gonna come in right now for weechoochoo, and also Hellions are gonna be made, and it is gonna be over for these guys. Kottbullar gonna try to fight. Gonna try his best to counter off these marauders. I don't think he has any more way to kill off any of those units. This queen is gonna do actually a lot of damage, and he's gonna try to focus down on those units, but it is gonna be a failure, as those marauders are just too damn strong to any unit at all. Maybe maybe Zerglings, that's their only weakness. Battalions are good at Zerglings, so yeah, good composition right here for weechoochoo. So weechoochoo winning and taking game number one between these two players over Kottbullar. So looking good again for Team Philippines. Team Philippines, weechoochoo 1-0 over Kottbullar. Game number two coming right up. So if weechoochoo wins this second game, he is gonna take home the crown. I mean, take home 3 points for his team, Team Philippines. And can't wait. Stay tuned.